Listen carefully, because I'm only going to say this once. Most men are walking around blind, thinking they understand women, but they don't. They're guessing. They're chasing shadows. They're losing themselves to confusion, frustration, and rejection. And the worst part? Society tells you it's your fault, that somehow you're not enough. But that's a lie. The truth is much harsher and much simpler. If you stay with me for the next 20 minutes, you'll see reality clearly, and you'll learn how to never fall into that trap again. We live in a world that feeds men lies about women. Be yourself, they say. Just love her, and she'll love you back. Treat her like a queen, and she'll stay loyal forever. And you swallow it. You do everything right. You buy gifts, you text first, you listen, you bend over backwards, and still she drifts away. Or worse, she manipulates, tests, and leaves. Why? Because society has oversimplified human behavior. Because men have been told that emotional labor is enough, that validation will buy love. And because men rarely get real guidance, serial psychological insight into why women behave the way they do, and how men can reclaim their power, their respect, and their emotional freedom. Here's the brutal truth. Attraction is not about how nice you are. It's not about how loyal you are or how well you listen. It's about presence, value, and control. Women are wired biologically, psychologically, and socially to respond to men who display strength, stability, and emotional intelligence. Not insecurity, not constant validation, not being available 24/7. Let me explain. A woman's mind constantly scans for signals. Does this man have options? Does he handle stress? Does he respect himself? Does he lead or does he follow? Every interaction you have with her is a subconscious test, whether you realize it or not. And most men fail these tests again and again because they are operating on myths instead of truths. Let's break it down. Men often carry emotional scars, rejection from a first love, bullying from peers, the pressure to succeed in a society that confuses success with worthiness. These scars shape your behavior around women. You get anxious when she doesn't reply immediately. You overanalyze her texts. You bend over backwards to please her. And she feels it. She senses desperation like a shark smells blood. And here's the irony. The more you chase, the less attractive you become. It's a pattern that repeats, a cycle that traps men in self-doubt and frustration. And it doesn't stop there. Many men get haunted by the ghosts of excess memories of rejection, betrayal, or failure. You carry them into every new connection, projecting fears and insecurities, and you wonder why relationships feel exhausting or unfulfilling. Now, let's get even more real. Women are not simple creatures, but they are predictable if you understand psychology. They respond to patterns, to emotional cues, and to behavior that signals dominance, reliability, and emotional control. And yet, most men try to mimic traits they think will win her over: being funny, giving attention, being accommodating, without ever mastering the internal traits that truly matter. Think of it like tape losing its stickiness. You can put it on again and again, trying to make it stick, but if the surface is wrong, it will peel off every time. That surface is your emotional presence. If you're anxious, insecure, or desperate, no amount of effort will make her stick. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, let's call him Alex. Alex was kind, caring, and attentive. He did everything right, but with every woman he failed the same way. He would get a spark of interest at first, but then it would fizzle. He didn't understand why. One day, a mentor told him the truth. Alex, women aren't looking for your kindness. They're looking for your presence, your energy, your confidence. You can give gifts, compliments, and attention, but if you give her fear, insecurity, or neediness, it will never last. Alex finally realized he had been living life in the reactive mode, always responding to women's actions Instead of leading his own life, his energy was scattered, his identity diluted, and he expected love to reward him for his efforts. But love doesn't work that way. Respect, attraction, and desire follow rules. And these rules are biological and psychological, not social constructs. Another metaphor. Imagine building a house. If the foundation is weak insecurities, doubts, unresolved past trauma, no matter how beautifully you decorate the walls, your words, your gestures, your nice guy acts, the house will collapse under stress. Women subconsciously test the foundation, not the paint. I know what you're feeling right now. You've been burned, you've been hurt, you've doubted yourself. And I'm here to tell you your feelings are valid. You are allowed to feel lost, frustrated, or insecure. You are allowed to grieve rejection and failure. But here's the harsh part. Feelings alone don't change outcomes. Emotional honesty is essential, but it must be paired with action, strategy, and self-mastery. Hope, guilt, and shame are useless if you don't learn the rules. And here's the turning point. You can take control. You can stop chasing validation and start commanding respect. You can stop reacting and start leading. But it requires radical honesty and discipline. You have to confront your fears, your emotional scars, and the lies you've been told. You have to stop pretending that women's attention is the ultimate measure of your worth. You can reclaim your power by understanding one fundamental truth. Women are attracted to men who are emotionally stable, decisive, and self-respecting. They are repelled by men who are anxious, dependent, or desperate. Let's break this into actionable steps. 3 rules every man must internalize. Own your life first. Stop defining yourself by her attention. Build your career, health, and social value. Be a man who has options not just in dating, but in life. Options are magnetic because they signal stability and control. Control your emotions. Do not give her the power to manipulate your emotional state. If she tests you, stays distant, or challenges you, your response must be calm, measured, and confident. Anxiety is a silent killer of attraction. Emotional intelligence is not softness, it's control. Lead, don't follow. A woman feels secure when a man takes charge. Lead conversations, lead decisions, lead your life. She doesn't want to think for you or carry your emotional load. Leadership is magnetic. Weakness is repelling. Follow these principles and the game changes. You stop chasing. You start commanding. You stop begging. You start attracting. Most men don't realize this, but here's the brutal truth. The world is designed to confuse you, to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel powerless. Hope, guilt, and shame, they're your enemies when you don't understand psychology. Desire is not earned through pleading. It's awakened by presence. Respect is not granted through effort. It's claimed through mastery. Do you want to keep being invisible? To keep chasing what's fleeting and unpredictable? Or do you want to step into the man who cannot be ignored, cannot be shaken, cannot be manipulated? The choice is yours. The clock is ticking. Every day you live in confusion is a day you waste your potential. Every rejection you internalize without strategy is another scar added to your tape of insecurity. Imagine looking back 5 years from now. Will you be the man who finally understood attraction and respect? Or will you be another story of hope wasted on lies and illusions? So here's your wake-up call. Women are not simple, but they are predictable. They respond to value, presence, and emotional mastery. And if you take these lessons seriously, you will not only survive in the modern dating world, you will thrive. This isn't just advice. It's survival. It's power. It's freedom. Stop chasing. Start commanding. Stop fearing. Start leading. Stop begging. Start becoming. If you're ready to step into your power, to understand the psychology that women live by, And to reclaim respect in every relationship, hit like, share this video, and subscribe to Decoded Thoughts. Every second you wait is a second lost to confusion. It's time to decode, to master, and to win. Remember this. A man who understands himself and the rules of attraction does not chase. He commands. And when he commands, the world responds.